What's up, everybody? It's Thinker After Dark here, so I'm not going to be my normal loud, over-the-top, boisterous self, but I wanted to get this story out now because one of the most batshit insane things to ever happen to me just happened a few hours ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen the stories that I posted about what happened tonight, so I'm going to throw those in here, and then I'm going to pop in and give a little bit of a broader context to everything because the videos and images don't tell the full story. But I'll start you off with this one. Okay, so I was supposed to go to the Murder Junkies show tonight, which is Gigi Allen's band. Obviously, Gigi Allen has passed away, but his brother took the band over, and they were supposed to be playing here tonight, so I'm at the venue. So yeah, Gigi Allen, if you're not familiar, is one of the most extreme performers of all time. Pretty much the archetype of live fast, die young, and not give a fuck about anything ever. His performances are the stuff of legend. He's long since passed away, but his brother Merle, I believe, fronts his band now, the Murder Junkies, and they were going on a 25th anniversary tour, I believe, of Gigi's death. Either that or of the band in general. But one way or another, they were going on a 25th anniversary tour, and they were coming here to town, and I was very excited to go see that show. I had heard kind of conflicting information as to whether or not it was still on, so I just went down to the venue to see, and if it had been on, I was going to enjoy the show. Little did I know. But they're not playing tonight, but turns out this is what's going on. How the fuck does pro wrestling keep following me? So yeah, apparently ALW wrestling had taken the place of the Murder Junkies. Who knew? Definitely not me. There was no one at the front door to let me know what was going on, so I kind of just waltzed into the place, and I was like, oh, I guess my punk rock evening has now turned into a pro wrestling evening. Maybe not exactly a one-to-one even exchange for me, but anybody who watches my streams knows that I can get down with some wrestling. I follow it a little bit here and there still. Used to be a huge fan when I was growing up, and I'm not going to complain about watching some people flip around in the ring for a little while. Here we go, I guess. Also, what I meant about wrestling following me is that last night I actually went to a place called Hourglass Brewing, which has 9 pinball machines that they don't even advertise. So I found out about that, decided to check that place out, and while I was there, they put on AEW wrestling on the big screen. I was like, that's an odd little coincidence. I never would have thought about it again had it not been for this. Oh, and also, I've come to find out that the reason that the show is canceled is because Merle Allen apparently is pretty sick. So best wishes to him. I hope he gets better soon and can one day resume the tour. I would love to still see the show that I meant to see. I was almost going to wear my Coronet shirt tonight, too. Kind of glad that I didn't. Yeah, that's actually true. I was going to wear my Coronet shirt tonight because it's black and white and kind of looks cool. I decided to wear the old American Bang flag instead. I don't think that I've ever heard Coronet talk about ALW wrestling before specifically, but I'm pretty sure he probably would have referred to it as a mud show. I don't think it was. ALW wrestling gets a thumbs up from me on presentation. Atomic Legacy Wrestling, I believe is what the acronym stands for, and they were cool as fuck. Oh, and after what actually ended up happening tonight, next time that I see an ALW event going on, I will absolutely be purchasing a ticket. I'll buy 2. I'll buy one for the one that I didn't buy for tonight's event. So since I stumbled into this event late, I only was there for the co-main and main events of the evening, but boy were those worth it alone. The co-main event of the evening was a triple threat match between 3 women. I don't remember what the title was for, but it was a triple threat match between a goth chick, a kabuki actress, and a chick whose gimmick was that she was a grandma. Or was she? So Grandma did win the belt, and hats off to her. The caption of that picture really does say it all, though. This was just a very odd thing to stumble on into out of nowhere. I think I was still kind of in awe of the whole situation, but nothing really could prepare me for what was about to happen next. So leading up to the main event, I did notice that there were a lot of people wearing Psychopathic Records gear, a lot of ICP shirts and the like. Definitely nothing unusual for regional outlaw wrestling. ICP have been big in the wrestling world for many, many years, and it is not at all unusual to see juggalos at these events. Now, I myself have a very long and storied history of being an Insane Clown Posse fan. I am a juggalo, juggalo for life, unabashed, unashamed. Fucking come at me with your bullshit. I will always be a juggalo. I am down with the clown till I'm dead in the ground. And that is legit. I have been to so many ICP events from when I was younger. They were a huge part of my life. Huge part of my life. I was at the first gathering of the Juggalos, the second gathering of the Juggalos. I was at Hollowicked 99. I've seen Twisted and ICP many times back when they were still working together. The history with me and the Insane Clown Posse and the larger Juggalo sphere goes back very deep. Not something that I get to talk about very often, but more than happy to elaborate on it when it comes up. And just to throw it in here to prove that this is not at all cap, this is the very first shirt that the Insane Clown Posse ever produced. The first design, that is, not the first one ever made, but this is the Carnival of Carnage Insanity shirt. There was a white version that was the Sanity version. I also had that. I had to get rid of a whole bunch of my ICP shirts back in the day. I had to sell them, unfortunately, but I kept this one because it's very sentimental to me and definitely proves all of what I was saying is not at all bullshit. I got this at the first gathering of the Juggalos.
Bro, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Violent J from ICP is about to be managing one of these wrestling matches. It's for the hardcore title, apparently. I feel like 1998 all over again. This is fucking insane.
You heard me right, folks. Violent J himself, one half of the Insane Clown Posse, the godfather of the Dark Carnival, was going to be managing one of the wrestlers in the main event. And when you're a manager in this type of environment, you're pretty much wrestling as well. So I was mind blown by this. I couldn't believe that this was happening to me randomly. And not only was he there, but he was managing Madman Pondo, who is a fucking legend in the hardcore community. This shit is nuts. And another little tidbit just to put this all into context, the first time that I ever saw pro wrestling was a WCW event that I think was at the Miami Arena. It might have been at a different venue in South Florida, but it was somewhere in South Florida, and I went there specifically to see ICP. They didn't end up wrestling that night, but they were there. They were kind of just around. I guess they were being teased at the time, but that was the first event that I ever went to. I would end up going to Bash at the Beach some years later, and I went to an ECW event, which was fucking insane as a young man as well. But so these two worlds have always been intertwined, and I think I saw Madman Pondo at one of the gathering events wrestling for JCW, which was ICP's wrestling promotion, Juggalo Champion Shit Wrestling. I had both of those VHS tapes too, by the way. Just fucking crazy that this is all happening, right?
Oh no. Ah.
So these two did their thing inside the ring, outside the ring, all over the venue, slamming each other all over the place, getting color. Shit was great. And I am very upset that I didn't catch the name of his opponent, but shout out to that guy. If you end up seeing this video, dude, big thumbs up. You were awesome. Great heel work, great on the microphone, and really set the mood of the entire match. Very good job all around. So for the grand finale of the main event, the door comes out and I'm like, oh shit, are we going to have an I am the table moment? I don't know. Pondo goes up to the top rope, but he's like, no. Jay goes up to the top rope. He goes through. No I am the table moment. Shit breaks. Perfect ending. Pondo gets the belt and all is right with Atomic Legacy Wrestling. Fantastic. So after the main event concluded, Jay was nice enough to come around the ring and take pictures with everybody, which I knew that he would be, because aside from the Insane Clown Posse's music, the reason that Juggalos exist is because of how insanely good and gracious and inclusive that the band is to their fans. The communication has always been amazing. The cultivation of a community is why that fan base is as tight as it is. So I knew that he would definitely do that, and I had to get a picture for old time's sake. So here's that. And thus concluded my evening of unexpected pro wrestling and dipping my toe back into the Juggalo culture from whence I came. Still really surreal that it all happened at all, but good time nonetheless. Really awesome. Shout out to Atomic Legacy Wrestling for an evening of high-flying excitement. Really enjoyed myself. I will definitely go to the next event. I will buy 2 tickets to make up for the evening that I had tonight. And yeah, thanks for watching. This is Thinker St. James. Much clown love.
Thinker St. James.